Happy Sunday night. All right, welcome to Pat Nash Talks. I am your host, Pat Nash, and as you can see, I'm not in the studio. So, something funny just happened. Traveling back from Texas today, we had like a crazy storm, right? So, I can hear a background. So we had this crazy storm, so we had to pull over and get the show on the road because the show don't stop for nothing, right? So anyway, we're on. Thank you guys for popping on. And tonight's show is going to be very, very interesting. I may have one or two extra guests on the show tonight. As you know, I have been advertising and promoting. You guys know my brother Michael Bradley. I've been advertising, promoting him. He's going to get on and talk with me about fit. Are you fit to be dating? But I also have another special guest, just in case, of course, my brother is not able to slide in here. I know we had some technical difficulties, but I have someone special tonight, you guys. Um, a lot of you know him as the branding specialist, Mr. Andre. So I'm going to put him on because I know him also as your fit photographer. Keywords fit. So he is on here, you guys. Yay! I wish I had the little clapping hands in the background. But I wanted to thank him because my other brother was having technical difficulties, and I know someone who is in the fitness, and that is our conversation tonight. So I called him, and true to form, because he's my brother, he's like, "Of course, I'll jump on." So I just want to say thank you, Andre,
No
uh,
problem.
a guest tonight, and I introduce you lightly. Can you tell my folks, my beautiful folks tonight, who you are? I'll tell them who you are to me, but just tell them a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Andre Gerard. I am known as Your Fit Photographer. I am in the Atlanta area. I do photo shoots, I do branding sessions.
Yeah.
I do a little bit of everything, honestly. Like we have a gotta do everything, man. So I like to stay positive. I like to motivate. I like to encourage, but I also like to work with good people. So
Yes.
I've been doing photography for 23 years, uh,
Yes.
and I love it. I absolutely love it. So, and now, I went through a transformation in 2020.
Yes.
Um, had high blood pressure for 20 years, had
Mhm.
sleep apnea. And in June of 2020, I came across a process called a 40-day turn up. And within a month, I was totally off of blood pressure medicine. I
Whoa.
was relieved of sleep apnea, and then 3 months later, I had lost 52 pounds, and I happened to maintain my weight loss and gain muscle. And I have not taken blood pressure medicine since 2020 of August.
Wow. I don't think I
So
knew
yeah,
that part. I saw the transformation. I wish I had thought earlier to ask Angie to bring it up. I didn't even know. Actually, I didn't even know you were going to be able to jump on and be here for me. So I
right,
appreciate.
right, right.
So you guys, I know him primarily because he is a photographer. He's a dynamic photographer. So all these pictures you've been seeing of me and my niece as she starts to promote herself as a brand ambassador and a model, those were courtesy of Mr. Andre,
Yes,
making
yes.
us look marvelous. I want to
Well, y'all
appreciate.
was making me look good. Y'all making me look good.
So the cool part is you're such a on the spot personality that you can just talk to anybody because I don't know if they recognize you, but I've had you on a show before. We
Yes.
talked about men and women show, a special show I did in Atlanta in the studio.
Hmm.
By the way, people are
Absolutely.
like, you need to get back in the studio with the brothers because that was fantastic. So
Yes.
as I mentioned, I am here in Oklahoma doing a show on the spot in the hotel. But
Okay.
because you got to keep going, right? So it's
You
like,
got
okay, I
to.
need to get back to Oklahoma City. So I got to pull over
No,
and
we gotta do what we gotta do.
we got to get it
The
going.
show the show goes on. The show goes on.
It does. It does. Topic of conversation tonight is definitely going to be about being fit. So a video came across my, I guess you would say, messenger, Facebook Messenger. A video
Mhm.
came across, and the question was, or the gentleman that was talking was actually talking about dating. And he's like, I won't date a woman who doesn't understand physical fitness and is not spending time in the gym, because I spend a lot of time in the gym. I put a lot of time taking care of my body. Hey, Lancy, that's my sister showing up. And Mary, they're all chiming in and saying good evening. But the hey Grace, see everybody popping in. Thank you, ladies. So, and anybody else, if you pop in, please um say hello. Okay, so we'll know that you're here. And yeah, that testimony is powerful. But I wanted to get your feedback because I know you'll make the conversation and you'll keep it real. You have gentlemen who are saying they won't date a woman who doesn't understand taking care of her body and working out and being in the gym maybe as much as they are, or at least getting in there and understanding the power of it for your health sake. So the
Mhm.
points they were making is because if I connect to her and love her and she's not taking care of herself, she may not last that long, or she may be sick and not able to do all the things that I do. Number two, I'm in the gym, I'm taking care of my body. There are other women in the gym taking care of their body, and it may cause issues with them not wanting me to be there because someone else is there, and men are naturally attracted to or look at nice physiques. That's number two.
Mhm.
And then God, what was the third? It was like three different points they made. So true to form, I was like, okay, we're going to talk about it. We'll get the brother side, the sister side, because sometimes I get frustrated. I get convicted because I know I need to be in there a lot more and take care of me, but I
Mhm.
don't get in there every day. I do good to
Right.
do two, maybe three times a week. And
Mhm.
I know I got to do better. I do. I know that. But is it fair to say that, especially when there are brothers who will say that and they've been in the gym, but it doesn't look like they've been in the gym? I don't know what
Mhm.
they're doing wrong, but it don't look like they've been in the gym. So anyway, I had to, I wanted to start the conversation. I'm gonna hush because I know you had some feedback because you did the transformation, you put in the time.
Yeah.
You look great. I did
Thank
not
you.
know your before story. When I met you as a photographer, you had already had the transition. So I have
Yes.
never known you any other way. But when you
Yes.
pulled out the pictures, I'm like, that's you?
Right. And
Like,
they can go to my IG at Your Fit Photographer and see
yes,
the transformation as well.
yes.
I mean that's a loaded that's a loaded question. Can you hear me? You can hear me
Yes,
well?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Well, one, I think that a man or a woman, they can't demand something of someone that they're not, So you can't have your belly hanging over your pants and then want your person to be fit and in shape and this, that, and the other. One,
Just break up.
honestly, I mean, that's not a realistic expectation because honestly,
You're
if
breaking
you're
up a little bit. You're
can,
breaking
can
up
you
a little bit,
can you
brother.
can you hear
Sorry.
me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that's not a realistic expectation. Um, so you shouldn't ask someone to be something that you're not. Okay.
Okay, that's a good
Um,
point.
so working out and everything is a discipline there.
Mhm.
And to be honest with you, in my opinion, um, I think that if you're approaching a dating situation, you want people that's equally yoked with you. A lot of times people say, well, do equally yoked mean just religion or things like that? No,
No.
that means in your life, in your life period. You
Mhm.
know, um, if you have good credit, you tend to want to be with somebody who have good credit. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yes,
if you if
yes,
you work out, you just
yes,
want to make sure that you all have something in common. The thing about working out is it do require a lot of time.
yes.
So if you're not going to be that person that's going to work out with your person, then you have to be really understanding
Right.
of you know of their needs. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I mean, even if you're not a person that like to work out, if you care about that person or interested in what that person has going on, you would want to go into the gym at least one time with them, you know, share some kind of moment with them in that setting because it's something that's dear to their heart.
So,
So
so let's talk about that. Okay, so I think that's a great idea. I think it makes you pull. I think it pulls you closer together when you have something like that tying you, something that important, I should say.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I personally like outside of the gym. I prefer
Mhm.
to be outdoors, to be
Okay.
walking or sunshine. I don't know why I'm an outdoor type workout person. And one of my brothers, who he'll join us shortly too, he'll jump on. He is a personal trainer, and I think he mixes both, like in the gym and out of the gym. So
Hmm.
I never want to have an excuse. So honestly, I am trying my best not to have to count on the gym to work out, like to do
Hmm.
things at home or do things around
Absolutely.
the neighborhood or just go
Hmm.
to the gym when I'm a member at Hot Works. I don't know if you've ever worked out at Hot Works.
Yeah, I've worked out. I worked out with them. Actually, to be honest with you, it's a great. Actually a great gym. It
Yes.
wasn't for me because it didn't give me the intensity of the
Hmm.
weights that I was looking for. But as
Hmm.
far as like working out in the sauna and things like that, that's a pretty nifty idea, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
So
now
yeah.
I do know they've added like a lot more lifting, a lot more equipment in that area, so I could get
Hmm.
both in that setting.
Yeah.
But I really want to like do more tai chi, more yoga, things
Hmm.
like that at home. So as I'm traveling, think about it. You break your habit when you're traveling because
Yeah.
it's not
That's a.
always going to be able to go to a gym.
Hmm.
You will always have your room, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard noise in the background. But you're always going to be able to have your room. And so now you take away the excuses. You
Yeah.
can um I'm gonna tell them to jump in. We got somebody else gonna jump on with us. But you take away your excuses, and now no matter where you are, you can work out. Now you have no
Hmm.
excuse. But I am gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, I agree. Like you said, it's a matter of being equally yoked. I have friends that won't date guys with bad credit
Hmm.
or that don't make a certain amount of money because they feel like we may not have anything in common or that might be a big
Hmm.
issue for us.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, being fit to be dating has a lot more than just being physically fit.
Hmm.
To me, you're going to have to
No, no, you have to have your full circle, you know, like,
yeah,
no, I get that though. Like, yeah, no, no, no. Like I said before, you can't have a 400 credit score and expect somebody to have an 800. I mean, it just because,
yeah,
because we just don't, our conversation is different because obviously I have done something financially that, that,
maybe you
that
have
you,
not been disciplined to do.
exactly. And, so in every facet of your life, the discipline part of what you love, you would like for that person to be disciplined as well. That's all.
Exactly,
Now,
exactly.
I'm not saying that that's 100%. Love is love. Love is love. Attraction is attraction. I
Hmm.
mean, because honestly, you can have an 800 score and you can help her bring her score up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the person has to be willing to want to make those changes, and they have to see the value in it, and they have to want it for themselves. So if I'm in shape and I'm working out and things like that, and I have a excellent credit score,
Right.
and the young lady or the whoever you desire to date does not have those things, you know, you can offer, hey, I mean, especially if y'all already inside of trying to get to know each
Yeah.
other and things like that, find out, hey, first of all, they may not even want your help. And if they don't want your help, then that's a clear cut, like this ain't gonna work. You know
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of factors that go into that.
And I don't mind saying that. Like I said, I agree with them in having the conversation, but my problem has always been when it's taken on a negative connotation, like, yeah, and her big back friends are encouraging her to stay
Yeah,
as
nah.
she is
You
and
don't
blah
you don't
blah
have
blah.
to.
You don't have to name call,
You
At the
don't
end
have to
of the
name
day,
call. You don't have to body shame. I think that shows the type of person that person is. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you can get your point across without being negative. You can just state what it is and keep it moving. But no, all that name calling and things like that, it's not called for. We grown.
exactly. And to me, that
Hmm.
would be just on the flip side with a woman saying, "Oh, he's a dusty or he's this." You can't do that
Hmm.
because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, some people love what they're doing and it may not be a six-figure job, but they're happy.
Hmm.
I consider that successful. I
Oh
consider
yeah.
that a very successful person that have found
Hmm.
out what they love and they do it and they do it
Absolutely.
happily and they do it well. That's success for them.
Hmm.
So my thing
Absolutely.
is, I'm gonna agree with you on a term you used, unequally yoked.
Hmm.
I think you can be that in fitness, you can be that in finances, you can be that shoot, even in family situations.
Hmm.
Uh, I know at this age and stage in my life, I wouldn't be interested in somebody with four small kids or
Right.
heck, even one. Because,
Hmm.
I'm traveling, I'm gone.
Right.
Be like, my days of carrying the
Totally.
diaper bag is over. So I'm just,
Absolutely.
knock on wood, in case, not saying anything's gonna happen to me, but anything could happen to kids or grandkids. But as far as far as I'm concerned, oh, anyway, yeah. So
I'm trying to hold it in.
so there's certain things that people can deal with. I'm trying to stay serious here because I'm look, you made some good points. And I
Right.
appreciate you being honest because it's true. There's no need to name call. I've been, I was gonna say I've been called some names before, but I
Right.
think at a certain point where you know what you want and you're okay with you and you're okay
Absolutely.
with what you don't want, it's not gonna be a problem just to say no, it's not good for me. Now, you made a point. What if you're dating someone and you're really into them and they admire, let's say, I can't say you, I mean, but let's say that someone in your situation, they
Hmm.
admire your transformation and they say to you, I really want to lose weight. I'm not in the gym, I'm not eating right, and I'm not doing this. Now you have pushed yourself out of a whole possibly good relationship because they're not
Absolutely.
already there. But I get it.
Absolutely.
They
But
still
you
have
know
a
what
right to say that
the
though.
thing about life is this, right? So sometimes we are up here, right? And
Mhm,
sometimes the person that you meet is right here,
mhm.
right? So what you have to do, especially if they want the help, you got to
Yeah,
reach down and you got to kind of bring them up. You
yeah.
got to help them. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. There's
It's
nothing
not.
wrong with that.
It's
There's
not.
nothing
And I
wrong with
also
that.
see if someone is adamant about I don't want to do that. Because think about what I'm
Hmm.
saying here. Like, I don't want to date somebody with small children. I love small children. I love them.
Hmm.
As long as I'm not having to take them with me on trips and get up at night and change diapers and stuff.
I get that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, though.
So that's kind of with the dating thing, with dating people who are maybe not as fit as you are. You have a choice. You can do
Well,
that.
you
If
have
you
a you have a choice. It's nothing. Listen, it's not a right or wrong to it. It's
right,
nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with a person saying, "I don't want to date somebody that's not fit," or "I don't want to date somebody who's not on the level that I feel as though I'm on." You know what I mean? It's nothing
mhm,
wrong with that. It's a preference.
mhm, mhm.
It's a preference. It's nothing wrong with that.
So, and I'm gonna pull in. This is gonna be cool because I want you to meet this gentleman anyway. I know y'all
Okay.
gonna have some conversation, which is gonna kind of get me ready for what we got coming next. With Level
Okay.
Up and the men.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna bring in Michael Bradley, who
Okay.
is you've seen. I don't know if you've ever seen he and I get on here before, but
Okay. I think I
just
did.
yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna bring him into the conversation. Is Michael backstage? There he is. He's like, hey, here I am, here I am.
Yeah.
Michael, you have to meet your fit photographer. You guys are both into health and wellness, and he's never met you, and
Yeah.
you've never met him on my show. So I'm just overwhelmed right now. I have two of my favorite brothers here talking about
What's
being
up, man?
fit
How you doing, Mike?
and dating.
I'm good, brother. How are you, Pat? I don't know what it's been crazy trying to get in. I was backstage, but I wasn't fully connected. I apologize.
It's
It's been
okay. We
yeah.
got you. We over here holding it down and having the conversation. So we'll let you. Yeah, go ahead. Do you want me to, or you want to talk about it, Andre? What the question was, and or you
No,
want?
go ahead. You go ahead. You quarterback it. You
Like, brother,
Tom
I'm
Brady this.
telling you
You
right
Tom Brady
now.
this situation right here. You go ahead.
He's like, I'm holding it down for the brothers. So, Michael, the question was the reason with you being a personal fitness trainer, a coach, and that's your profession. I was given a video. I was telling Andre this. I was given a video from men saying, is this wrong that men are saying they don't want to date women who are not physically fit, and they don't want to get in a relationship with them because they might not be taking care of themselves. They fall in love with them and they die early or from some kind of disease, or they don't understand that they want to be in the gym and work out and they want to take care of their body, so they can sabotage that. There's so many things that could come behind that. And so my question was, is, I guess that's okay. I mean, people have their personal preference, but my problem was name calling. Yeah, because these women don't want to get fit, and then they be upset if we're in the gym looking at other fine women. They have a problem with that, and then they're not trying to get in the gym because their fat back friends have told them that they look good, so they're not in the gym. So they came. I'm serious. They came from that kind of perspective, which is why I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a brother on, because I'm not saying I don't agree that you don't, but I don't think you name call, because I do know a lot of men who will put those demands on women. They want a size 6 or no more than a size 8, and she has to have her body right and tight. And they have double leader, middle-aged spread, but they want what they want, and they want to put those demands on women. So you have both sides going, hey, that's not right. So yeah, chime in. Andre was kind of gave us some feedback on that.
It's a two-edged sword, right? I think like Andre said, it's a preference. I can agree with that. There's a preference there. But the other side is they can be fit and not be fit, right? They can have the six pack and they can have the nice curves and mentally not be there, emotionally not be there. So would you want them fit and not be fit? And the other aspect is, you mentioned it already, and that is, if you don't take care of yourself, it's not fair for you to neglect yourself and leave that responsibility on me as your partner.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not so much an aesthetic thing as it is, you need to take care of your body. If you think you're fine the way you are, that's fine. I'm with you. So obviously, I think you have it going on. But to move, exercise, movement is medicine. So I need you to do something to make sure your A1C is good, to make sure your blood pressure is good, to make sure diabetes and cholesterol, all of those things stay far away from you. So that's
Absolutely.
my position on it.
Mhm. And
Thank
going back to what you said, going back to what you're saying about about mentally being fit. Um,
that was
that's a great point right there, because as you know, mental illness is real, right? And you have these people that they look like they was etched out of stone, but their mind not right. So no, so at the end of the day, you have to make sure that it's a complete fitness goal, health, wellness, and mentally. You know what I'm saying? So no, I definitely understand that. So yeah, I mean, in these days and times, man, everything seemed to be so accepted,
Yeah.
you know, but things that people accept, not necessarily things that they need. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
So no, I mean, no, the mental aspect of it goes back to what Miss Pat, what we was just talking about, where the person has to want to be helped. If a person wants to be helped, that's half the battle.
yeah,
Because a lot of times we get in these relationships and we think we can change someone.
yeah, yeah,
No, no, no. You're not changing anyone. You're not changing anyone. A person has to want to change. And and life has already proven that you're going to change one of two ways. You're going to change on your own, or you're going to be forced to,
Right.
mm-hmm.
you know.
So
So
I
yeah.
like that. I like what Michael said too. I'm glad you highlighted that. You can be fit physically, but not fit here. And I'm finna crack a joke. And Letha was saying the same thing. One of my watchers, one of my sisters said they could have a 6-pack and have mental issues. So it ain't definitely straight about the body. So I get it. I understand. But so one of my favorite comedians is Miss Shirlene out of Atlanta. And she said she was like, men wonder why they can't get ahead because they married a behind. So they really married somebody because they married a behind. That's why you can't get ahead.
Yeah,
so all I'm saying is there is some balance to this thing. That can't be all you go after. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Tell me that's not good.
No, that was really good.
Hey,
Yeah,
we can
that's
use
really
that same way.
funny and true.
Yeah, funny and true.
Funny
But
and true.
it doesn't take away from the fact now, ladies, you can be mad at me if you want to. I'm telling you, it doesn't take away from the fact that men are visual creatures. And I'm like, help a brother out. Like, you cannot get him and you're bad, physical fit and taking care of yourself. And now all of a sudden, and I'm going to say this, we do it sometimes. We forsake everything we are and throw everything we are into our kids, our husband, our jobs, and we forget to take care of us. That's why I did my first book on loving yourself as a woman. And then you go by the wayside, and yes, he loves you and he should love you and he should continue to love you for better or for worse. But that doesn't mean we have to choose worse. It doesn't mean that we have to stop taking care of ourselves and we put it all on the man to love us as we are. We wouldn't want him to do that. We wouldn't want him to show up smelling good, looking good, taking care of his body, working. He get with you, lay around the house, eat bonbons, play video games, and let himself blow up and don't shower. All the things you were attracted to, if he let him go, you'd have a problem. So I'm saying it is not good for us in our loving our family to let us go in ways to take care of them, but forgetting about ourselves. And I think, I can't speak for men, but I think men are visual creatures and they appreciate something attractive that they're attached to. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Not wrong.
I will tell you though, going to the gym, if you are serious when you're in the gym, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't pay attention to the women that's in the gym.
Good.
I don't. Like, so to be honest with you, when I'm working out and I'm in the gym, like, that is my okay. So let me explain. So when I branded Your Fit Photographer, right? I actually went through certifications to become a personal trainer, not to do what Mr. Mike do, because I have a great deal of respect for personal trainers and trainers in itself. But I only got my certification because I'm the type of person that if I engulf myself in something, I want to know the backstory on why. And if I could get my certification in it, I might as well go ahead for it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what wound up happening is, when I go to the gym is so spiritual for me. When I go into the gym, I do my most praying and meditating in the sauna. I do my most. I that is my time. That is for me to take care of the temple that God has given me. Right. So when I go into the gym, it's truly spiritual as well as physical for me. So I'm not paying attention to nothing except the workout. What is my next move inside of here? And utilizing the time to the best of my ability and the time that I have. So I go into the gym normally about an hour and a half at the most. And that is absolutely at the most. And when I'm in there, I'm so focused on Andre, I really don't pay attention to the people that's in there. But I will say that I go into the gym, I see women in there and they doing the same thing. They in there getting it as well. And to be honest with you, I can't tell you. I can speak for only the females that I do know that work out. They don't want people saying anything to them. Really, they want to go in there and get their workout on. They don't want to be gawked at. They don't want to. They don't want none of that.
Mhm.
So the misconception is guys go to the gym. Well, some guys go to the gym. They may go to the gym to look at women. I go
Mhm.
to the gym and I work out. What
Okay.
you think about that, brother Mike?
Hey man, I echo those same sentiments. I've been training since I was 14, right? So about 41 years. So check this out. I've never met a woman in the gym.
Okay, ladies, y'all hear that? So let the men go to the gym and work out, and don't be worried about all that stuff.
For
It
Never
real,
don't
met
matter who they looking at, because the women in there be
for
like, "Come
real.
on, I'm in here to get a workout and take care
I'm
of my
telling
body,
you.
and leave
I'm
me alone."
telling you. I have literally watched men. I have watched some men go into the gym and a woman will walk past them. And to be honest with you, I mean, I don't know the level of confidence in most men and some men, but a lot of men is intimidated when women walking around the gym in that kind of shape. A lot of men don't. It's like they ain't gonna say nothing to them. So women, just women that's out there, y'all listening to this, your man is safe in the gym. Okay, you are good. I
Okay.
promise you.
Well, I'm gonna throw a rock in this thing. So, um, ladies, that ain't all true. I'm just tell you straight up. No, I'm serious. It's from a woman who at one point was asking questions, because y'all know I had been married all my life and I was newly single. And I would have some single women say, go to the gym and just hang out. Because a lot of brothers who take care of themselves, a lot of brothers who make great money, they attach it to that. They're there. So wear your cutest outfit and go in there, sprinkle a little sweat on you. And
You know the fellas. I'm gonna tell you. Let me explain this, man. Really. And Mr. Mike, I'm not speaking for Mr. Mike. I'm speaking for myself. To be honest with you, like we reckon, and we recognize that. Like men recognize that. And if you're gonna be fake in going to the gym, you're gonna be fake in the relationship. Just true.
so, Michael, do you have to work out with women?
what do you mean by work out with? Like train them?
Yeah.
Majority of my clientele are women.
Okay. So how do they feel? Are they in a public gym or a private gym?
My gym is private.
Okay. I think that helps. Honestly, I think that helps.
Yeah.
Because when you go to the big gyms, when I went there at one point when I lived in Atlanta, I had a personal trainer that trained in the gym. I felt so awkward. It's like, because hey, you guys are going in there for the right reason. A lot of people are not going in there for the right reason. And
Which is
so
why I built my space.
yes, because it
Okay.
definitely makes you know what you're in there for. You're in there to work out. You're not in there to look cute. Yeah, that was a inside joke. It's like, whoo, wait till I get my BBL and my tummy tuck. I'm gonna wear the cutest outfit and go into the gym.
I think that is so crazy. To go and get
When it
surgery and get
happens, you
all
just
that
know
stuff
that.
and then go in there and say that the gym did that.
Right.
Yes, I'm telling you, it happens. Don't think it does not happen. It happens.
I can imagine. I
It
can
does.
imagine.
It does.
And
And then
being a
they're gonna be
photographer,
doing
I see it.
squats.
Yeah, I see it all. I
Yeah,
see it
they'll be
all.
doing squats like that's how they got,
Right.
the perfect curve. And they're not gonna say I just got back from the DR. They're not gonna say that. They're gonna put on the cutest outfit and they're gonna go in there and do some selfies and say, hey, this is what it takes.
Hey, but you know
But
what? But that goes back to what Mr. Mike was talking about. Honestly, that's a perfect example of being fit and not fit.
okay.
You know,
Here.
because
I've been here.
the thing about it is when you get surgeries like that, they don't understand that the level of discipline that they have to have after getting those surgeries is more than the level of discipline in doing the natural.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
look, talk about it.
Yeah.
yeah, because you are manipulating your body, right? And they taking things out of your body and they putting things in your body. So a person that gets a tummy tuck or gets lipo and they get the fat sucked out of them, right? you're going to continue to go and eat the way you were eating prior to that, right? And
I've
guess
seen it.
what?
I've seen
That
it.
fat has to go somewhere. It
Mm-hmm.
has to go somewhere.
Come
And
back
that's why
up
you
here.
see, that's why you
No, I'm just
see, that's why you see, no, that's why you see fatty areas on females that's not going anywhere, because guess what? Mother Nature is something. It still has to go somewhere, you
playing.
know. So you're better off just like and you're better off just doing it the natural way.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Just
So
it's better off
speaking of
doing it the
that, do
natural. Yeah.
brothers prefer natural? I know what you say, but I'm
Yes,
telling you, all
absolutely,
I
absolutely,
know you.
absolutely.
I know
You
you
don't even
got
have to
some,
answer that question. That's absolutely.
Absolutely.
but why is this so much attention to the ones that didn't do it naturally?
Because that's what's being pushed on social media. We're social media. We're driven by social media, right?
Hmm.
And I think that's why that whole industry has gone crazy. I have no experience with a BBL. I don't want any experience with a BBL. My wife is all natural. She's not a gym rat. I don't bother her. She's
Same
beautiful
here.
the way
Yeah,
she is. She's healthy, and that's what matters. If she
That's
wasn't,
what
then I wouldn't be
matters.
on her.
And that's why I was telling Andre, I prefer not to be
absolutely.
in the gym. I don't, I don't like it. I prefer to be outside. Like as long as the sun is shining and whatever,
Well, that's the
that's
best. You want that. You want that them sun rays on your body anyway.
yes. I
Absolutely.
prefer to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
that. Or I'll be in hot works, sweating or
Hmm.
something like that. But I don't and I think honestly what I like about hot works is it's a pod. You're in there by yourself. So
Hmm.
you're literally in there by yourself, working out by yourself. I started that during COVID because I
Hmm.
didn't have to have all that interaction with everybody. I can go into a space by myself, follow the prompts, get my workout, sweat, 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 feel good, go home, you know, rinse, repeat.
Hmm.
So the the gym rat, I'm glad you said that. I've known people who chase that. They chase
Hmm.
that and they feel like that is the most healthy person. But I got a chance to know somebody. I was going to actually let them train me at one time. But the mind, you have to have a strong mind to go with that body if you're going to have some conversation with someone
Hmm.
who loves intellect. Like
Hmm.
I like the conversations I have with people who are smart and who are talking about things and ideas and positive things. So if you're in there and you're not talking about those things, but you look good on the
Hmm.
outside, but on the inside, it's an emotional wreck. I can't even attach myself to that.
Absolutely. Now, I do want to preference one thing. If you're on here watching the show and you have had those surgeries and things like that, listen. To each his own.
Yeah,
To
teach
each
his own. And
to
I would
each
do it tomorrow if I could.
yeah
I'm just
to each his own. But if you don't get anything else from this, just understand that when you get surgeries like that, your discipline level has to go to 100.
hmm
That, and
Or
that's
to keep it
and
up.
that and that's just what it is. You cannot expect those results to stay like that, and you continue to do the things that got you in the state before you got there.
hmm I've seen
Okay.
it honestly. I know
Yeah.
people personally. I'm not going to say their name. I give my
Yeah.
own testimony. I know people who have gotten the whole. I mean, had to recover from some terrible,
Hmm.
cut all the way around. I call
Absolutely.
it they call it a tummy tuck. I call it a back tuck, a tummy tuck. All of this, everything, but
Hmm.
look great. Less than 3 years later, I'm like, now didn't they go?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because nothing changed. Nothing changed here. The eating habits didn't change. The workout habits didn't change. And they would really have to go back. I mean, they don't have to do everything, but they would have to go back and get
They have to
life.
get maintenance. They have to get maintenance.
Yeah.
You have to,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes, yes.
And the
And
thing about it is, it's really so unhealthy. But the way people are today, they don't really care about the healthy side of that.
it's
They
hella
only care about the look. It's just like when you have bodybuilders, right? Bodybuilders, I'm not saying they all take steroids, but they take performance enhancers, right? But when you're 23 and 24, you don't understand like when like for people that take steroids, for example, they don't understand that your heart is a muscle. So that steroid is going to enlarge that heart as well, right? Guess what? When you're 23 and 24, and Mr. Mike, if I'm totally off base, please correct me.
No, you
And
good.
what happened is they don't understand. They don't understand that when you're 23 and 24 years old and 25, you're only thinking about the now. You're not thinking about when you turn 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about those things. And what happens is you get caught up in this social media. You get caught up in what's going on right now, and that's the problem with social media. It doesn't give you it doesn't hold you accountable for your actions, and it make the world think that everything is good.
Yeah.
and quick
Everything is good. But
and quick.
Prince said something when he was living. He said, "Don't let social media. You can get on your phone, but don't let your phone get on you.
Yeah.
You can get on social media, but don't let social media get on you." You know what I'm saying? And when you understand that principle, you understand that it's serious out here. And when it comes to the dating world, I haven't dated ever. Okay. I've been with my wife since I was 16 years old. Okay.
Ooh.
So, so, um, I don't know what that looked like in certain points of it, you
You
know,
kind of scary.
but what I will say is, if you're out there and you're trying to date, you want to date people who have the common interests that you have. They don't have to have everything that you like to. They don't have to do that, but you have to find something that you two can do together that brings enjoyment and fulfillment in your situation. It may not be working out, but it has to be something.
It has to be
It has
something.
to be something. But if I can get you in the gym, if I can get you to walk around the block with me, if I can get you to do some active things, then it's a win-win for both of us. You just don't know it.
hmm hmm
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
Michael said something very good point, Andre. You have to have something in common. So it don't have to be the fact that you both want to go to the gym, but wanting to be healthy, I think is a good idea. And
absolutely.
Michael said that he's like, look, my wife ain't no gym rat. And she looks fine. I leave her alone. I'm not gonna be on her constantly because
Mhm.
I think you guys could probably tell me this. I know for sure. I think when your partner throw something like that in your face or the conversation is a negative one, like, are you eating that again? When you gonna work out? When you gonna do this? Sometimes it causes the opposite. It's
Oh,
like,
it does, definitely. Definitely. Nobody wants to be ridiculed for things like that. They don't. You know, so that's not a cool situation to be in. You know, that's really not a cool situation to be in, because guess what? You can't control no one but yourself.
that's it.
And the only thing you're going to do is are you going to deal with their lack of, or you going to accept it and keep it moving? But what they can't do is, and this is where a major problem would happen, if they try to control you into not doing what you love doing, and that's health and fitness. Then when they tell you you can't do it, that's the problem.
That's an issue.
And somebody got to go. So what happens in that situation is you got to go, because I'm not going to give up on myself.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, so Michael was getting ready to chime in with that. Have you
It's
had clients that have been affected negatively by somebody pushing them to go? Because I know people don't resist change, people resist being changed.
right.
That's
You
different.
know what I've watched over these 30 years as a trainer and a trainer. You know, I've trained trainers. I've done a lot over these 30 years. What I've seen at every stop is people ruining relationships, guys dragging their girlfriends or their wives into the gym, you know, wanting to tell them what they should be doing. You know, everybody's a trainer now. Doesn't matter how uneducated, you
That
know,
is
doesn't
true.
matter, you know, doesn't matter
They look.
how
Mhm.
unfit. Everybody knows everything about fitness. I wasted my time with those master degrees and those 9 certifications. I should have just watched social media,
YouTube.
You should have just watched YouTube. You should have went to
you know.
YouTube
But
University.
you
Yeah.
know, you can see the misery on these women's faces. You know, so I've been careful to not, you know, do that to my wife. You know, if she trains with me, but it's if she wants to, she'll tell me, hey,
Absolutely.
make time for me in your schedule, and I'm gonna make time for her in my schedule.
Hmm.
You know, It's never, hey, you need to come to the gym. You don't need to eat that. You know, I don't. You know,
Mhm.
I married an adult, so I have to let her be an adult.
You better
Gotcha.
say it. You better say
Hmm.
it.
Absolutely.
And ladies, that
Absolutely.
goes for us too, because we are nurturers. So we tend to want to say, maybe you should put down that second drink, or do you really think you need to smoke that, or do you really think you need to eat that, or don't you think you? A lot of times we will do the same thing, and we have to trust that we're nobody's mama, we're somebody's partner, and as
Hmm.
partners, you have to let them be adults and make decisions. So I have decided some time ago that I'm going to be the example versus the verbal instructor. I'm
Hmm.
going. A lot of times people don't do what we say anyway. They do what we do.
Right.
Right.
Let me tell you
So,
something. If somebody look at Mr. Mike, look at you, look at me, and I'm listen. It's like this. If I'm in a room, I'm looking around the room and saying, "Who's second?"
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in the room, when I walk in the room, I'm saying, "Who's second?" That's it. That's just my mentality, and I've always had this mentality even before I went through my transformation. Okay. My thing is if I say I love myself,
yeah.
if I say I love God, right, then I got to take care of the things that He give us, right? And He give us one body.
Hmm.
He give us one temple. That's what He give us. He give us this body right here, right? And we have to do everything in our power to make sure that it is clean, make sure that it is useful so that we can do His work. You know what I'm saying? And do the things that He commanded us, right? So guess what? I said this and I had to take it off of social media because some people got offended. But I said, how can you be a pastor and catch the devil when you can't even run after him? You
Because you
know what
got
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I've made
so
comments like that over the years. You should
people got
have left it up.
so people got
He
people
said you
people
should
got
have left
mad
it
at me.
up.
They like, oh my God, why you gonna say something like that? And I'm saying, no, I'm being honest. It's like when I was a kid, I played football. My coach used to tell us we had to run around the football field, run around the football field, run around the football field. But I looked at my coach and said, well, why don't you give us an example of how we should run around the football field? And I got kicked out a couple games because I was honest like that. You have to lead by example. That's it. You have to lead by example.
Michael said, "Leave it
Bottom
up.
line.
Leave
Yeah.
it up. Your truth is
Yes.
Yeah.
your truth."
Yeah.
Because we're so saved and we're so sanctified and Holy Ghost filled, and we have our foot on the neck of the devil, but we can't conquer Oreos. We can't we can't conquer fried chicken every
There,
Friday.
Oh,
there
there
go
it
me,
is.
y'all.
There it
Oh,
is.
good job,
She
man.
found it.
Good job.
That was 3 months. That was 3 months worth of work.
Good job.
Good
Thank you,
job.
sir. Thank you.
Very good
Thank
job.
you.
Very good job.
I can appreciate the discipline. I was a natural bodybuilder for a long
Wow.
time. Um, no steroids, no peptides, no
That's
anything.
what's up. That's what's
Um,
up.
but it's still, even on the healthy side, there's an unhealthy part of it, right? The
Hmm.
dehydration before show, the sodium manipulation. There's a lot that is undesirable. So, um, but to your point of who's second, I've been that guy since I was in elementary school.
So
You
it's
know,
the confidence. You're saying having the confidence of who you are. So nobody
You have
now.
to.
Now I'm gonna say this, brothers. I'm not speaking for all women, but I can say that is a problem in a woman's corner most of the time.
it is.
We second guess ourselves. We're like the worst. We're the hardest on us. The
Yeah.
stuff you guys don't be tripping about, we trip about it. We do.
Well,
We're really hard on ourselves.
and the thing about it is just I can't speak for a woman. I'm not a woman. But what I will say is a lot of times when the things y'all trip about, we don't even notice it anyway.
Right. Most times, yeah.
But most
We
women can dress for other women, and we want to make sure
right,
that it's good for other women.
right. So
Because
my
we
thing, so
figure if the
my
woman likes it, the guy is definitely gonna like it.
and yeah, but that's not necessarily true either.
Right.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
I've seen it. Like, I've been in a household with nothing but women, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like I have 3 daughters. My wife and my mother-in-law lives here, right?
yeah.
Okay. When I was coming up, my dad passed away when I was 12. My mom remarried when I was 19. It was my mom and my 2 sisters, right? And I have watched them trip over the things. I'm like, we not going to ever notice that. We're never going to notice what you're tripping about. You go out there, and you know what? But I'm gonna tell you something. I do it to myself a lot, even when it comes to my photography. I'll go and edit work, and I'll be like, I have about 5 pictures edited up, and I'll take forever to put them up because I'm like, I don't know which one to put them up. I don't know which one to put up, right?
Yeah.
You just got to go with your first one and keep it moving. The world never seen it anyway,
Right.
so just go, just go with it. You know what I mean?
So I have been challenging myself. So y'all are never gonna see my before picture. So I'm just gonna say, hey, only men, sometimes men can be that confident. You won't see the full before picture, but you'll see the after picture, maybe some I don't know, some covered up before pictures. But I want to challenge, I'm challenging myself. Michael already know I hit him up sometimes and he's like, have you started doing this?
Hey, Mr. Mike, I'm gonna be hollering at you too, brother.
Do that, bro.
Definitely.
Do that.
So somebody else had asked for us to put that back up, and Lonzine said, congratulations on the transformation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And Kim says the nail polish has to match our outfits, and we might take all day trying to get that done. And like you said, that's not stuff y'all even see.
Oh
You
no,
know,
I'm gonna notice that. I'm gonna
probably notice that.
excuse me?
I'm gonna notice
Yeah.
the ashy heels, the
ashy heels.
all that.
Yeah. It's certain things we're gonna notice. We're gonna notice ashy elbows.
Yeah.
We're gonna notice. We. Hey, listen. We're gonna notice certain things.
Okay, so ladies, if you didn't hear that, please carry you some shea butter or something and look down at your toes and your feet. You can't just be walking around half done because people look at that. Kimberly says, see, that's why the nail polish got to match, coordinate the outfit.
And then the shade of the lipstick has to match your skin tone. You know what I'm saying?
That's coming from the photographer. Now, Mike ain't saying that, but he is nodding his head like, yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm noticing those things. You can't come out with looking like the Joker with this bright red lipstick on that goes with nothing. You gotta
it has to be elegant.
Statement sometimes like solid black with a pop of red. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it has to be a pop. The pop of red has to be a matte or let me say.
That's not fair. You grew up with sisters and you got girls. You throw them out. Most guys don't know nothing about no matte or no gloss. I'm glad you guys are saying this. The point is, you do notice the little things that women do.
Yeah, we do notice the little thing, but they're not deal breakers.
Right.
Those things are not deal breakers. You know what I'm saying? So the time that you putting into that, no, just use common sense and know, like, hey, don't come out there looking like the Joker, like Mr. Mike said.
Well, fellas, sometimes ashy ankles is a deal breaker for some women. So I'm just.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. Ashy ankles and ashy elbows. Yeah. Oh, hold up. The eraser on the back. The eraser on the back of the earring.
That is not right.
That's the deal.
Oh, that's Michael's. So
that's what's up. I like that.
Love it. Okay, how do you earn that? Do you have to earn that shirt or do you have to purchase it?
They purchased that one.
Okay, cool.
I have shirts that they earned, but yeah, that's not one of them.
Okay. Because I was gonna say that is also a motivator. If you have to earn something, it's like you cannot wear this shirt without earning it. So yes, but yeah, I'll have to get one of those as soon as I start following your advice, Michael.
Yeah, you can't have one until you do right.
Hey, listen, Miss Pat, she's modest. She was in my studio a month ago. She is okay. She good. She good. Stop playing.
No, like he said, I think the reason, especially with me, I'm starting to speak now on loving yourself and taking care of yourself. That's a big part of loving yourself, is taking care of your health. I don't want to be on nobody's medication. Both my parents died of complications of diabetes and high blood pressure. And the complications were the side effects of the medications that the doctors had them on to quote control it.
Yeah, but a lot of people, they
Yeah.
sit there and say, "Hey, I got blood pressure that runs high blood pressure running my family, diabetes running my family." Well, guess
No.
what? That don't run
The
in your
diet
family.
runs in the
The
family.
diet runs in your family.
Diet runs in the family.
That's what runs in the family. The diet.
How you eat. That is what is consistent in your family. So if you're not eating the same things, you have a chance to break away from that. And that is where I'm going. I get joked out with all the time. My son recently came to Oklahoma City and he looked in my refrigerator. He said, "Mom, it's like you go to the store and say, that has to be nasty. Let me buy that. This has to be disgusting. Let me buy that. What is this? Why don't you have real milk in here?" I was like, look, calf's milk is for calves. I don't want to look like a cow, so I'm not drinking cow's milk. I'm sorry, I'm not. So we had this thing back and forth. He said, "Mom, I think you just buy stuff because you think, okay, this might be nasty. I'm gonna go on and buy." I was like, no, I'm trying to consciously buy things I know is going to increase my energy levels, keep my blood sugar in check, keep my blood pressure. I need to monitor that with the diet. That's what I need to monitor it with. So I have to change. I mean, just because I've always done it, don't mean I need to keep doing it.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep getting the same results.
The thing about my facility and why I opened it, right? What the clients what they're looking for, and what I'm looking for are two different things, right? And I have it posted on my wall. What they're looking for are side effects. They want to look better in their clothing. They want to tone their glutes and bigger muscles. That's all fine. I'm looking at blood work. Let me see your blood work. Life is in the blood. It's not in the muscles. You know, it's nice to have them.
Whoa.
Life is in the blood. So those are the things I'm looking at. You know, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to weight because that's not really the determining factor whether or not we're healthy. You have a whole lot of really thin people that are really, really unhealthy.
That are
right?
really sick.
So
you're right.
I focus on circumference measurements, right? I'm going to measure hips. I'm going to measure waist often. If those two places we're losing there, we're winning. Regardless of what the scale says, because we're losing that visceral fat. We want to get to that visceral fat and get it out of there. Especially for women, that's where we want to hold it in the hips and then in the abdomen. And you know, that's going to shorten your life over a lifespan. So that's what I focus on. And you know, I let them have their side effects of looking better and all of that good stuff.
The side effects of taking care of yourself.
The byproduct.
The byproduct.
Yeah.
And you guys both said something that we can walk out of here with, because believe it or not, it's just about that time. We can walk out of here with being fit to date can take on a lot of different things. Fit here, you know, fit physically, emotionally, and all that. But being fit to love goes back to a personal commitment. Because when you love yourself, you can really love someone else. Yeah. And so from the love perspective, which I'm coming from, I want people to love themselves enough to be healthy. Like Michael said, the side effect is you look good, but to be healthy on the inside, the blood and the heart and the mind, all of that stuff is internal. Stuff you can't see and you can't, you know, rapidly go and do some plastic surgery and get it taken care of. The spirit can't be done that way. And so if we had to walk away with something, that's what I would say. Be fit to be loved, and the relationship will flow out of that, and start with yourself. So is there any quick thing you guys want to say before we pop out of here tonight?
Love yourself. Follow me at Your Fit Photographer on all social media.
Okay. Hey man, I'm definitely gonna start following you. If I could say one thing, to be fit to love, you have to be fit to serve. If you don't want to serve, you're not fit to love.
Yes. Wow. Absolutely. Y'all got a lot tonight. That's all I'm saying. I want you to think on this week. Think about everything you heard here. Send it to someone else. Share it. Listen to it again. I promise you're going to find some things to start building the end quarter and look at first next year. So without saying anything else, you guys, I thank you, my brothers. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Michael. You're always right on time.
You are welcome.
Man,
welcome. Thank
I love
you.
both you brothers. And with that being said, you guys, I wish you love. I wish you peace. Good night until next Sunday.
Yes, Mike. Peace, brother.
Peace.
Yes.
All right.
And let's have a moment of clarity. There's freedom in your transparency. When you speak, you release. That's therapy. It's my decision to listen and do it carefully. Wanna live carefree? Well, it's gonna start. When secrets are kept, families are torn apart. I wanna do my part to help heal your heart. Shed some light on your life when your days are dark. Help ignite a spark that'll bring change. Be your shelter from the rain, assist with the pain.
Parties. It's your boy Tony D on the radio. You know what time it is. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. This is Pat Nash of Pat Nash Talks, where we have the conversations that create real relationships. I'm here every single Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us right here on Level Up Nation. See you then.